Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. I just started an experiment and figured, hey, why don't I film this? If it works out, that would be great. It occurred to me I can make chocolate. So I'm gonna try making chocolate because it happens that the recipe I looked up, I have all the ingredients for it in my pantry. So here we are. I'm just melting some coconut oil in a double boiler. You can do this in microwave. I don't have a microwave because it's not something I use often enough to warrant the space it would take up in my kitchen. So there's that. Anyhow, so the recipe calls for a quarter cup of coconut oil, which I am melting here in my double boiler, a quarter cup of sifted cocoa powder. So I have the sifted cocoa powder waiting. I've got my sifter, and then it calls for 2 tablespoons of honey. And I'm gonna add in vanilla because it sounds good to me. I don't know. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. We'll see. And then I don't have any silicone chocolate molds, but I found these little paper cups left over from some party we had. You know, use them for ketchup or Jell-O. Anyway, so I'm gonna try that, and I hope it tastes good. I hope my daughter will eat it, and then I don't have to buy chocolate. I can make it for her. Or I can even teach her how to make it, and that can be an activity. I'm always looking for ways to pass the time that will keep a 4-year-old engaged, and this could be great. She's definitely capable of melting coconut oil. Okay, so I think that I just didn't have my water boiled when I started, so it's taking a little bit longer to melt, and my coconut oil was a little bit hard. And I think I've mentioned it before, I get very impatient, but that's okay. Okay, so we're just melting it. I'm trying to break up these chunks here. The recipe said to use a small spatula, so that's what I'm doing. I will, of course, link the recipe that I'm basing this on and include whatever methodology I end up using. Okay, so that's almost there. Oh my goodness, there's a giant chunk here that I'm trying to break up. Well, I mean, I can show that to you. You can take a look. There we go. So that's my coconut oil, just trying to encourage it along. Anyhow, okay, we'll be a little bit patient with that. Okay, so once you have your coconut oil all clear, no chunks of coconut left in there. I've just got some air bubbles, but otherwise that is all coconut oil. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to sift in my coconut. Put my spoon rest a little far away. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So let's sift this in. Lovely. Oh, that's actually really fun. I don't often sift my ingredients because when I was younger and started baking, I couldn't be bothered. And since it's worked for me this long, I don't see why I should start. Anyhow, there we go. I've got a few chunks of cocoa in there still, so I am going to try to press those out with the spoon. Might as well get all the cocoa out of this we can. Okay, let's see. How's that? Almost in. Well, that's not so bad. But I do, yeah. I want to use it all if I can. So, okay. So I've got my cocoa in there. I'll show that to you. There it is. And now we're going to mix it in. And then we'll add our honey. Just see how it goes. Well, that immediately made cocoa chunks, so I hope that that's not a problem. See, I'm not familiar with sifting. Whoa, but that looks good. Okay, we'll see how it goes. I'm always nervous about trying something new. At least this is a simple something new, so it might be okay. think I have to trust myself a little bit more to get things right. I can do these things. I just forget that. Okay, so that's, oh, that looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's so silky looking. I love it. Okay, getting distracted. Let me just slide that out of the way and keep you a little bit closer now. Okay, so I'm going to add in the honey. 1 tablespoon. I'm taking big tablespoons because I know a lot of this is going to stick to the spoon. Plus, I don't think sweet chocolate is a bad thing. Okay, and 2 tablespoons. Okay. So now mix that in. Be careful if you're using a double boiler and you have metal handles like I do. When it gets really hot, those will get hot too. This isn't even warm yet because it hasn't been on that long, so it's okay, but just something to remember. Oh, that smells good. Okay, now I'm just gonna add a little bit of vanilla. Let's see how much. 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna mix that in. Okay. Okay. Seems pretty well mixed to me. So now I will set you back here. Slide my little cups back where you can see them. Turn it off. Always remember to turn off your stove. I hate those moments when I realize I've forgotten. Now the recipe said to spoon it in. I'm gonna try pouring it, I don't know. Woo, steamy. Okay, here we go. Let's just try to make it even. Putting this on a lined baking sheet too in case I make a mess. And I'm just making these really shallow little circle chocolates. Hopefully they all end up the same. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess here. I didn't know how many I was gonna end up pouring. So I just set out a bunch of cups thinking, if I don't use them, great, but how frustrating would it be to have to stop in the middle of pouring to add cups? Okay, so far we've got about 6. We have 6. Let's see if I can get to 9. Okay. We're gonna make a few of them. Great. Now I don't think these are very thick, but when I take them out of my made up molds, we'll find out how big they are. Oh, it's a good thing that I did put so many cups. I'm going to end up using all of them. This last one's gonna be a little bit big because I don't want to get out more, which I knew was gonna happen, which is why I set out so many. Anyhow, okay, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put that in the freezer. I hope you can see that. I'm going to put it in the freezer, it said for 20 minutes, and then it should be set and we'll pop them out and see what happens. Keep you posted. All right, so these are out of the freezer. I'm just going to pop one out of this, if I can. Let's see, there we go. It's been a long time since I had to do that. Okay. Oh, yeah, baby's here now. And that's what it looks like. See, it looks pretty good. I'll let you know how they taste. So I've given these a few more minutes in the freezer, and now I'm just going to pop them out and put them in a container. And the recipe says to keep them in the fridge, which makes sense given that they have coconut oil in them, which when it warms up, it melts. And that's it. So I think this, the baby's awake. He's a little excited. Anyhow, so yeah, I think this was a success, and it's something that we will continue to play with in the future and go from there. Our chocolate is made. It turned out okay. Some of them broke coming out of my imitation molds, and I might try to do this again with proper molds, but let me know if you try it. Be kind to yourself. That's what I'm working on, and enjoy.